When you think about the stock market, the first thing that enters your mind is the stock market's challenging globe. With so many complicated charts, it's simple to obtain lost. However, everybody recognizes for sure that you can buy stocks and market them whenever they arise. There is another way that professional financiers utilize to succeed. In 2018, Warren Buffett got $3.8 billion in money from his 5 significant financial investments. Don't get me wrong. He did not market his shares to gain that much. Instead, this 5 business made a ton of money during this year. As well as given that Warren Buffett is an investor in this business, they needed to show him their profits, called dividends. There are 2 sorts of firm in the stock market that has already matured and profitable and lasting service model. So whenever they make a profit, they don't know what to do with that money. Therefore, they end up sending it to their shareholders. On the other side, companies were still trying to turn a profit like Tesla. They could report a profit, yet the firm requires one let cash expand further. Here is a concern we will try to answer in this video. How many stocks you need to purchase or invest in to get $1,000 from your financial investment every month without marketing your stocks all. But before starting this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to notify all the exciting videos we make for you. Let's start the video. At first, we have to recognize a couple of crucial concepts on how dividends operate. What are the best return stocks and how to avoid the reward trap that could lead you to lose your total financial investment given that the dot-com bubble. The nature of investing has transformed before that. Financiers' major worry was to purchase a business that would profit and share these profits with them, since as shareholders they are entitled to the business profits. Entrepreneurs recommended Jeff Bezos stepped in and entirely changed the game. The target was no more to maximize profits, but rather expand the company, even if that indicates not paying $1 in return to investors. A company that only burns money is not profitable, looks like a bad business. However, the technique is to maintain running at a loss till you dominate the entire industry. And after that, create earnings considering that you will certainly be the only player on the market. That Amazon did for the last 25 years, regardless of its $1.6 trillion appraisal. It never paid $1 in return to its shareholders. It prevented taxes for 2 decades. It was reporting a loss in 2019. It transformed $11.5 billion in net income. While its opponent Walmart produced $15.2 billion and paid $2.16 in dividend per share. Yet Walmart was valued at 1/3 of Amazon.com. Amazon may feel like a much more appealing stocks in the future. Yet Walmart appears like a far better option if you want passive income. And the stock market is full of such examples. There are simply a handful of technology firms that pay dividends. The rest, particularly the huge ones, would rather reinvest what they have earned rather than paying you. While stocks that pay high rewards at incredibly seductive, they are not constantly the best alternative. Rewards often used to misdirect capitalists and rip them off. The stocks may be on the verge of bankruptcy or barely making it through. The stock cost has been dropped year after year. So one method to make its stock attractive to capitalists is by using high reward like Tech Universal Corporation or UV. If you look at its dividend rate, you will certainly see a ratio of 7.16%. That's unimaginably high. You probably will not discover anything like that in the overall market. Even world's largest company, Apple, pays around 2% in dividends. But I would not invest in this business and would not recommend anyone else to do that. The stock price was around $50 5 years earlier. You could imagine that it could have grown a little. Since then a minimum of, but it did not. The price was up to $43 and the firm does not seem to have any future. So it pays high reward to maintain its stock eye-catching to investors. Because it understands whereas the stock cost could be a couple of years from currently. Compare that to Apple that pays only 2% in rewards. However, the stock rates rose by 337% in the very same period. Capital is outstanding, but dropping your principal misbehaves. And the stock exchange is loaded with such examples. So do not pick to buy stocks entirely because it has the highest dividend yield. You might be questioning that there is an excellent business that is both growing and paying high rewards. The answer is yes, there are. Take Coca-Cola for example. The business exit, considering that 1886 and it started paying dividend before probably your birth. It's pretty a great return price of 3.2%. The stock cost has not been expanded as some tech companies have. Since many things, there are not much left for Coca-Cola to grow. It's most definitely not going to fall the following day. The Resident Depot is another example. They have been paying a reward return of 2.5% continually. The stock price increased in the last 5 years. Johnson & Johnson have been around given that 1886 and is considered the king of rewards. It is a big name in the drug market. It also plays an essential role in developing the vaccine for the current pandemic. The stock price could expand once the vaccine prepares. The companies that do not usually pay dividends are typically technology firms. The suggestion behind it is that the firm will do much better if it will invest that refund and growth quicker. Companies like Google, Facebook and Tesla do not pay a dollar as well as returns. That's why capitalists love Apple. It's a tech company that both master hardware and software. It has a constructed in ecosystem that offers it regular capital. So let's attempt to respond to the inquiry. How much do you need to spend to make $1,000 a month? Well, since returns are different from one stock to another, we don't want to purchase a business that don't seem to do excellent in the future. We will think about companies that are just paying wonderful rewards. Everyone like Apple, Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, House Depots, and so on. It's tough to find exact return because the stock price changes every year. So does return sales. It additionally depends on the portfolio you constructed, but allows things that you are going to get a 2.5% yearly to receive $1,000 of passive income. You require to invest around $500,000 to offer you $12,500 a year or a somewhat greater than the $1,000 a month. And also intend you wish to make sufficient from returns to retire completely. You require to invest at least $2 million to make $50,000 a year because of the situation. I guess you are not impressed because investing $500,000 in real estate as an example would give you a much higher easy income than $12,500. And that's why financiers are extra worried about the stock rate than returns. Amazon might not have paid $1 in dividends, but its stock price increased by 522% in the last 5 years. Amazon financiers have made much more than any reward capitalists can potentially visualize. Does that mean investing in return stock is rubbish? Not actually. If you had sufficient portfolio that purchase a wide variety of stocks, making dividend stocks part of your portfolio is a great choice. It would help if you additionally thought that the stocks are growing too. So if you utilize these rewards to purchase more stocks of the company, you will wind up with a pretty good investment. The House Depot stocks rate raised by 26% last year. It paid neighboring 2.5% and dividends, which makes it a rather appealing investment. On the other side, if you're starting with a small amount, so simply a couple of $1,000, you cannot manage to acquire a property to rent it out. So, beginning with dividend stocks could be an alternative to take into consideration for some. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. If it seemed helpful, please give it a thumbs up and do sharing with people.